Lawson State is proud to announce its new website. This is the front side of the website, and what the purpose of this video is for is to acclimate students, both new and returning, to the new site. The most important thing that you need to be aware of as a student is basically all the information that you need as a student at Lawson State is housed somewhere on our website. The most important areas for students is the student portal, as well as current students, which is further down. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit so you can see it. So you'll spend a lot of time in current students information as well as in the student portal. But let's just take a look. We have the directory of information. That's on the first bar. This is where you would find out employee information, locations, as well as phone numbers and email addresses. Okay. The calendar, of course, apply now for new students, maps and directions. Okay. Also the popular quick links. Okay. You can get fast way. This quick links is designed for fast and easy information. This is also housed in other places on the web, but things like register now and schedule of classes, tuition and fees, the directory, right? And as well as other information that's out here, as well as Cougar Alert and other pieces of information, frequently used forms, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home button. And now we're going to look at the second row, which is Lawson State Discover LSCC. It tells you basic information about the college, admissions and records information, separated by admissions information and student records information, financial aid information, the application steps are out here, student services information, programs of study, athletics, and human resources. For you as a student, as I was mentioning before, you'll spend most of your time in the current student area. Okay. We also have ECollege information for the new distance education program here at Lawson State, as well as announcements, spotlights. So let's take a look at the student portal. If you make your way through the student portal, you'll notice that we have access to your Blackboard account here, student email account, your student suite account, which houses all your information in terms of your grades. This is where you would go for scheduling. This is where you would go to request transcript information or financial aid information, the academic calendar, athletics, the catalog. You would go here for the class schedules or to begin the registration process, to run a STARS report, add, drop, or withdraw from a class. Here is where the final exam schedule is, how class cancellations. You can look up everything online. This is more the advising information, the Space Center information, the Honors College information, back to the tuition and fee schedule. This is flex pay for those who are paying using cash or credit card. Also, ADA information. This is where you would come to take your end of year surveys, online forums for students, report a concern. This is where you would come to sign up for the Cougar Alert, back to the campus directory if you have technical support. And because this is a new website, we do anticipate, hopefully we don't have a lot of issues, but we do anticipate issues with the website as anything new would have. So we would ask that you report any kind of issues like a broken link or something not working. Okay. You can also navigate on the left side of the screen. You'll see the same things that were over here. Okay. If I go down to, or go up really to the current students, you'll see some of the same information in the student portal, but some things that are a little bit different. So you can access the student portal from this by clicking on this button. This is ECollege again. You'll see the same kind of thing, course schedule and registration. You see some of the same buttons, but if you scroll down, you'll begin to see other new buttons that are just specific for current students, like student activities, student resources, parking permit information, ID information, bookstore information, and then you get into the code of conduct information, the complaint process, grade appeals, how to appeal a grade that you disagree with, online appeal forms, student grievance procedures, Cougar Alert pops back up, career services, graduation information, and the same. You remember seeing these areas, these three, in the student portal. So you see more definitive information. So let's just kind of explore what this world looks like. So for example, if I were to go into the add and drop and click on add, drop, withdrawal, it's going to take me to the landing page, and it's going to really basically break down add, drop, and withdrawal process. Sometimes it may have tutorials. As you see here, I can click on the video tutorials and it will take me to the registration tutorials, one of my favorite sites for the website for students. And if I click on the registration tutorials, you see how we have videos on how to contact my advisor. We have videos on how to interpret degree plans for students. And one of the things that's really exciting about the website is that we've designed it to provide students with really 21st century information. And I guess the way we're delivering it is in a 21st century style. So things like how do I register online is out here. How do I run a STARS report? It's out here. And of course, looking for the video that we came for, look, how do I e-withdraw from a course? In this video, if I click it, will actually explain the add drop process.
This presentation will walk you through how to add and drop a class online. The first thing that I want to point out.
So it's pretty awesome how we've set it up. And so let's just explore another area which we're excited about, which is the ECollege. ECollege is the new distance educational program, and we have all the resources set up for all students who are in ECollege or are considering a distance education course. And one of the things that I really like on this page is ECollege frequently asked questions, because the frequently asked questions even have embedded videos. Like this one will show you a sneak peek at what the ECollege courses look like for the most part. It answers very important questions like how do you access your information, how do you locate your instructor, how do you register. This one even shows you, this video shows you how do I locate online courses in the schedule booklet, right? It talks about testing online and all kinds of things, the cost, you name it, and pretty much we have tried to answer as many questions. And if we haven't, you can always hit this button and contact us. The other thing that I want to draw your attention to in this part of the website is online learning for me? And if you click on this button, I would encourage all students who are considering taking an online course. Many students think falsely that online learning is even easier than ground face-to-face courses, and it's quite the opposite. Sometimes online learning courses can be even more challenging because you are more in a self-paced environment, and you have to be able to read and interpret information that's online and keep yourself on a schedule and not miss deadlines, and it can be quite taxing on the student in a good way. So we have developed very engaging classes, but it can be very challenging. So if you come here and take this, you can click this button and you'll take a quiz that's sponsored right now by the University of Houston to determine whether or not you're really ready for an online learning environment. So I would advise you to come out here first. We also have all kinds of support resources for our distance education students, including the e-library, as well as e-technical support services and e-tech support as well. So you can also go out to the library resources, which are online as well. The other thing I want to bring your attention to is the student services area. This is where you can find bookstore and police information, career services information, counseling information, which is so important, disability services if you are in need of ADA accommodation, testing, assessment, athletics. And so I won't go through all of these because I really want you to explore them. So it's just important as a new student that you go out and get really comfortable with the new website. We hope that you like it. We would love to hear from you in terms of your feedback on the new website. And we really have created a website we believe better equips and engages our students, and also supports the very thing that we want you to do, and that is to learn here at Lawson State. Enjoy.